party people, and welcome back. Today as a registered dietitian, I am answering the question, which pasta is the healthiest? Not only am I going to taste all 6 of these pastas to tell you what tastes the best, but I'm also going to answer which one's the healthiest. So let's buckle up and let's carb up. And welcome back. I am stoked you're here. If you're new here, I'm so happy that you found my channel. My name is Nicole. Welcome. I'm a registered dietitian. I have a master's in sports nutrition. I'm board certified in nutrition, and I've been in the nutrition fitness world for well over 10 years. And I know a ton of people may have a fear food around pasta, or you've just been taught many years that pasta is not healthy for you. I am going to let you know today how to make pasta healthy for you, if it's even healthy, which one of these 7 pastas between white, whole wheat, protein, gluten-free, red lentil, and chickpea pastas, which one's the healthiest, which one tastes the best, and I'm even going to compare ground rice to pasta, and you may be surprised which one's healthier. Without further ado, if you haven't already, press like, subscribe to the channel, share this with your friends and family, and let's get right to the chase, because I'm hungry. Let's go to our first pasta, good old-fashioned white pasta. Regular pasta, you get at restaurants, etc. Things to note with the nutrition label. For 2 ounces, which is what we're gonna be comparing everything to, 200 calories, only 1 gram of fat. White pasta is missing something called a germ, and that's where all the fat is, so only 1 gram of fat. We have 42 grams of carbohydrates. For your pastas, make sure you're adding fiber, lots of leafy greens, lots of vegetables, and lean protein so that your glucose levels are more steady. If you're just having pasta, glucose goes up. If you're having pasta, protein, fat, glucose levels will be steady. But what's important to note is there still are 3 grams of fiber and 7 grams of protein in this white pasta. When I recommend people buying like sliced bread, I always recommend that each serving size has 3 grams of fiber and 5 grams of protein. So this is already nailing what I would recommend to anybody. So let's taste it. Cooked to perfection, if I do say so myself. It's chewy, it tastes carby in the best way possible. I love that there's fiber, I love that there's protein. Solid noodle, you can't go wrong with a regular white pasta. So let's compare it to the whole grain. And everybody says the whole wheat pasta is so much healthier than the white pasta. Let's look at the nutrition facts to see if that's the case. So 2 ounces, 180 calories. Less calories, but by 20 calories, so not really much. 1.5 grams of fat, so a little bit more fat, and that's just because I'll talk about it later. In whole wheat, they keep something called the germ that has fat in it. Only 39 grams of carbohydrates, so about 5 grams less. Fiber, 7 grams of fiber, so much higher in the fiber, and 8 grams of protein, so higher in the protein as well. Let's give it a taste and see if it tastes any different than the white pasta. This is the pasta that I grew up on in my family's house, was always whole grain. It has a slightly more dry flavor, still chewy like a white pasta, a little bit more earthy, or people would say cardboardy. It does have a fibrous taste to it, which some people like, some people don't like. Personally, I like it. It tastes just healthier than white pasta. Let's first discuss the difference between enriched, refined, and whole wheat pastas. Number 1, let's talk about a wheat kernel. I know, super thrilling, super exciting. If you've never seen one, I'm gonna show a picture on the screen so you can kind of wrap your head around the whole thing. There is a husk, which no one eats because we can't digest it at all, so that's removed. For white bread, or for refined flours, they take away that bran, they take away the germ, and all that's left is that endosperm. So the endosperm is the biggest part of the seed, and that's where you're gonna find all of your starchy carbs. When you hear enriched, all it is the endosperm with added B vitamins. So still, enriched flours, pastas, breads are gonna have more vitamins and minerals than just regular white flours, pastas, breads, but it still won't have as much protein and fiber as the whole wheat variety. Whole wheat has the bran, like the photo shows. The bran is a fibrous outer layer, lots of fiber, lots of B vitamin. Has that endosperm with the starchy carbohydrates, and it has the germ. So that's gonna have your healthy fats, your vitamin E. And vitamin E is a fat-soluble vitamin that acts as an antioxidant. The germ also has other B vitamins and has other antioxidants in it, so very healthy for you. Let me know if you have any other questions down below. Let's try the protein pasta. I've actually been buying this a lot, but I haven't ever compared all of them. And before I eat it, because I'm getting overly excited, Let's look at the nutrition facts label. 190 calories. So it's a Goldilocks right in the middle of the calories wise between both of them. It's 1 gram of fat, so the same amount as white. It has 38 grams of carbohydrates, so really the same as whole wheat, less than the white pasta. 5 grams of fiber, again Goldilocks, and then 10 grams of protein. So how are they doing this? When you're looking on the ingredients, it's semolina and durum wheat flour. Both of those are in white pasta, but it added chickpea flour, lentil flour, pea protein, barley flour, and spelt flour. Those are all plant-based proteins that add the extra oomph of protein in this one. So I'm assuming it's gonna taste just like white, but let's try it. Also, I am not eating this like a lady. My parents would not be happy after the 2 years of etiquette class that I went to. Wow, I have not been giving ratings to any of these because it's pasta and all pasta is good, but this is a straight up 10. One, because it tastes just like the white, a little bit healthier if I'm really thinking about it, but if you were just to give me this, I would have no difference between white and this. So if you don't like the whole wheat taste of pasta, I recommend trying this protein one. More fiber, more protein, love this. 10 out of freaking 10. Our final 3 pastas are all gluten-free, so I wanted to do them together. So if you're gluten-free, if you're gluten-free curious, if you're celiac, if you have any wheat allergies, these may be something you want to try. The first one we're going to try is the gluten-free variety. So let's look at the nutrition label. 190 calories, 1 gram of fat, 44 grams of carbohydrates, same amount of carbohydrates as a regular white pasta, 2 grams of fiber, less fiber than all of the other ones we've tried, and 4 grams of protein. Less protein than all the other ones we've tried. The ingredients are interesting. So remember, can't have any wheat because we're gluten-free right now. Are corn flour, rice flour, mono and diglycerides. Now, mono and diglycerides, don't be worried if you can't say it. I know there was a whole rumor that said, don't eat foods you can't say. Not the case. All those are emulsifiers. So they bring ingredients that don't normally mix well to mix well and basically create a pasta shape. This pasta smells just like corn, so let's see. Also, something I noted when I was cooking them, these noodles were breaking relatively easy, and that's probably because it doesn't have any gluten. And if you don't know, gluten is actually just a protein that's found in wheat that gives us that chewy mouth texture that we like in baked goods. So let's see how this tastes. The gluten-free pasta is a little bit more dry than the white pasta. The chewiness is still there. I'm actually very impressed with the texture of this pasta. What I'm not impressed with is there's really not any fiber or protein in here. Yet, if you are gluten-free and you have been looking for a pasta that actually tastes like pasta and has that chewy mouthfeel, this is very, very close. I wanna say 90% the taste of regular white pasta. A little butter, pesto, marinara, vodka sauce would really make this taste just like regular old-fashioned pasta. Y'all, I'm really about to spill some tea with the nutrition community, and that is the difference between rices and pastas. Everyone that I've seen growing up on Instagram, on social medias, everyone has chicken, broccoli, and brown rice, yet cannot have pasta, say pasta's the worst for you. Have y'all compared the 2 nutrition labels? Well, let's take a closer look on the nutrition facts label of 2 ounces of dried brown rice and 2 ounces of dried whole wheat pasta. If you look at it, brown rice actually has more calories. I mean, not by much, but it has 209 calories for those 2 ounces, where our whole wheat has 180. Carbohydrate-wise, brown rice has a little bit more carbs. It has around 44 grams, whereas the pasta has around 39. And really, that is nickel diming. They're both around the same carbohydrate. Fiber-wise, 4 grams of fiber in brown rice and 4 grams of protein in brown rice, where our whole wheat has 7 grams of fiber and 8 grams of protein. That's double the amount of protein in the same serving size as pasta. Being able to read nutrition facts labels is really gonna be key to living a healthy lifestyle and not believing everything you see on social media. I have a video, I'll link it down below so you can learn how to read nutrition facts labels a little bit more like a pro. Next up is a pasta I haven't tried before, and it's the red lentil. I've tried different varieties of red lentil, like the one from Trader Joe's, but I have not tried the Barilla red lentil. So let's look at the nutrition facts. For 2 ounces, 180 calories, same amount of the whole wheat, 1.5 grams of total fat, same as the whole wheat, We have 34 grams of carbohydrates, around the same as the whole wheat, and 13 grams of protein, which is higher than even the protein pasta, and 6 grams of dietary fiber. The ingredient is literally just red lentil flour, and I don't understand how that can be made into a flour and then into a noodle. Food science is weird, and it's something I don't have much expertise in except for one class in nutrition school in undergrad. I do like the nutrition facts label. I love how much protein and fiber is in there. It's really gonna keep you satisfied for longer. Looks a lot drier than all the other noodles we've tried before. Just a PS. You're definitely knowing that you're not having regular pasta. These noodles break very easily, a lot drier, a little bit tougher chew. Like there's no chewy, springy texture. And remember, there's no gluten in here. It's really just red lentil beans. The one bonus I will say about the red lentils is this actually has a little bit of like a peppery aftertaste with the red lentil. There's a little bit more depth of flavor, whereas like white pasta really doesn't taste like anything. And whole wheat pasta has that earthy taste. This peppery taste. Definitely needs some moisture, so extra virgin olive oils, a nice sauce on top of here would make this a little bit better. Another con I do know about chickpea pasta and red lentil pasta, like the bean pasta variety, is that they don't reheat well because they will just disintegrate. Let's talk a little bit about how to make a pasta night a healthy night. And when I say healthy, I mean vitamins, minerals, and you leave the meal feeling good and not lethargic. I always recommend lean meats, things like fish or turkey, chicken. Even if you're gonna pick beef, pick one that's a really lean beef, just to minimize some of that saturated fat. Adding in vegetables, one is gonna feed our good gut bacteria, which helps improve our mood, and the vegetables are also gonna make you feel full for a little bit longer. You can also buy pre-made sauces that are healthier on the shelves. I freaking love the Victoria pasta sauce. And this is the pasta sauce that I use probably 9 times out of 10 whenever I'm doing a pasta dish at my house. What I love about it is the ingredients. Number 1, whole tomatoes, then onions, olive oil, Parmesan, Romano cheese, whey protein concentrate, sea salt, garlic, basil, spices, vodka. Really solid nutrition label, and people tend to like creamy pastas. Try this. I really think you're gonna like it, and let me know down below if you do try it. Final one that has been all the rage all over social media is a chickpea pasta. Nutrition facts label, 190 calories for the 2 ounces, pretty standard for all these pastas, 3.5 grams of fat. So this has the most fat than any of the other pastas, and that's because chickpeas do have some unsaturated fat. Remember, it is unsaturated fat, so it's good for your heart, good for your brain, pretty positive. We love unsaturated fat. Carbohydrates, 34 grams, so pretty low. 8 grams of fiber, high amount of fiber because again, it's a bean, and 11 grams of protein. So 1 gram more than the Barilla protein and 2 grams less than the red lentil beans. These also look pretty dry and they stick together very easily. Like when you cook them, they all clump together. So make sure right after you cook them, you put some extra virgin olive oil or some kind of healthy fat on them so to minimize the sticking. I don't know how to say this, but the chickpea might be one of my least favorites right now. It's pretty chalky, a little gummy, dry, and a little bit of a cardboard taste. I love the nutrition facts label, and I also know that I love it when chickpea pasta is doused with a sauce like a marinara or a vodka and has veggies and protein on top. Right now, by itself with a little bit of butter, I can definitely see that it's not real pasta, which is a little bit of a bummer because I've been tricking myself for a lot of time thinking that chickpea pasta tasted just like regular pasta, and I'm now seeing that it doesn't. All right, Nicole, so what is the healthiest pasta? You've been eating pasta all day. You've been telling me about the nutrition labels, but I still don't know what's the healthiest. And here's the real kicker, and the truth that I mean from the bottom of my heart is that every pasta can fit into your daily lifestyle like we talked about before. It's more what you add into it, not so much the pasta. My question to you though is, what are you looking for in a pasta? If you have any kind of digestive issue and you're really needing something with low fiber, I would recommend gluten-free or the white pasta and just making sure you're adding vegetables, healthy fats, and lean proteins to make it balanced. If you're somebody who wants the most bang for their buck and wants as many vitamins and minerals and a good source of protein and fiber, then the whole wheat pasta is gonna be for you. If you are looking for a gluten-free option, but you still want protein and fiber, that's when I would recommend those lentil and the chickpea pastas. My personal fave, if you ask me, is the Barilla protein pasta. I love the mouthfeel. I love that it is white pasta, so that's what it tastes like, with a little amp of some extra plant-based proteins. But that's all I have for you today. If you liked today's video, let me know down below. If you have another food, drink you want me to review, tell me. I love these videos. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this with your friends and family, and until next time, drink your water, eat your fruits and vegetables, and be kind to yourself and those around you, and I will see you next week. Bye, y'all.